I said, hey, what's going on? Hey, 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 what's going on? All right, tribe. The donut shop at the beginning of the world is open. Good morning and drink. Hey, Chirpy. Chirpy is just singing his or her little heart out as usual, driving all the other birdies crazy. Hey, good morning, Bernice. How are you today? It's a beautiful day. It's quite comfortable out here today. It's not muggy yet or overly hot. Hey, good morning, Eileen. Good morning, Connie. People are showing up. I wish I actually had donuts for you all. I need to talk to my daughters and see if they will make some more donuts. They liked my donuts, and then they decided they could make better donuts, and they were right. They made better donuts. Okay, good to hear you're good, Bernice. Yeah, so, okay. I'm going to disappear for 1 second. I have a watering lawn issue thing going on here. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, good morning, Alicia. So, yeah, it's been a little dry here. We really need some rain. Rain is supposed to move in on Sunday, but for now, I'm getting down to the end of my rain barrels, unfortunately. My kumquat tree was looking really, really dry this morning, so I ran the hose to it, the rain barrel hose. So give it a drink. Hopefully that'll perk it up some. All right. Good morning, Alicia. So what else is going on? Hey, good morning, Kimberly. So I'm just listening to the traffic and Chirpy, and so not every morning do I have something wild and crazy. I was thinking last night, I thought I had something to talk about, and it's just completely slipped my mind. I've been worried about my mom a lot, so. Holly, truly, donuts and coffee are the perfect way to start the day. Okay, donuts, coffee, and bacon are really the most perfect way to start the day. Yeah. What's weird, Eileen, is like last night, it was cool temperature-wise. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. All the neighbors are out walking and talking and everything. The weather was just absolutely fantastic. Normally this time of year. Thank you, Bernice. Hey, good morning, Allie. Good morning, Cleo. Thank you again, Cleo. This time of year, it's just unbearably hot and humid and nasty, but it's been absolutely beautiful. Hey, good morning, Robert. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Chris. Okay, Alicia, just to bring you up to speed. So my mom has been having some really bad health issues. Last week, she went in for a CAT scan, and they found a bunch of stuff that shouldn't be there. So latest talk with my brother last night is they won't know for sure until they do the biopsies. But according to my brother that lives there by them, she is riddled with myeloma. Myeloma. Anyway, she's it's looking bad. So many prayers, many prayers. Hey, Julie. Hey, oh yeah, bacon top donuts. A bacon wrap donut is really, really, really good. I used to go camping with a group of guys, and we used to do that. We figured out how to wrap like a Shipley's donut with bacon and cook it over a fire on a stick. It was amazing. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Lori. Chirpy. Oh, good morning. Thank you, Annette. Thank you. Pray for my dad too, because he's just totally beside himself. Um, they've been married for, I don't know, 55 years or something like that. Um, so he's the one. He's having a harder time with it than Mom is, really. Hey, good morning, Melanie. So hey, Chris. Could you speak on a health end that you need to change the pH level of your body? Okay, let me talk quick about that. Your body sets the pH itself. You have a very, 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 very narrow range of pH where you live, and if you go outside that, you die. So trying to adjust your pH by eating all these alkaline foods and so forth, that doesn't really do anything. Now you're getting all sorts of other nutrients and benefits and compounds and chemicals and stuff from those foods that may offer help, but the pH really has nothing to do with it. For those who don't know, pH is a logarithmic scale of hydrogen concentration or free hydrogen concentration. How acidic or basic something is. Yep. Chirpy is here. Chirpy is singing away. And like I said, the word from Chirpy is learn to fly. So Chirpy and I were talking, which really confuses the neighbors. And so I said, okay, we're humans. We can't fly. And Chirpy is like, you silly human. What I mean is you need to go and see things from different perspectives. You can't just sit in one level and think this is the world. You got to go and you got to look at things. Because apparently Chirpy has noticed that it's really hard for people to see something outside of their brain. They can only, they can't imagine a life different than their own. They're just stuck in this one plane where birds are flying and changing and swooping and all this. And he said that, really, like a farmer can't imagine what it's like to live in the city. A city person can't imagine the life of someone who lives in a small town unless they actually go and live in a small town for a while, or if the farmer goes and lives in the city for a while. But all these sort of things. So, learn to fly, get different perspectives on stuff. So, Chirpy is proving to be a pretty smart bird brain. Anyway, but yeah, in humans, apparently we don't do that well. We claim to, but even I've seen it very, very, very often that trying to imagine what someone else is going through is damn near impossible. So anyway, yeah, so that's what's Chirpy. Yeah, Chirpy and I have been having some conversations lately. It's it's one of those things. Oh, so the other thing that's going on, that's kind of amusing, and again, something I never expected. Yesterday, a PlayStation, the game thing, ended up on our doorstep. Compliments of my wife's brother. So I haven't played video games in probably 17 years, maybe more than that. Never really had an interest in them. The reason the PlayStation showed up is specifically so my wife could practice the Rock Band game, practice singing, because I told you this before, some of you might remember this, way back in like January, my wife needed some computer programming help, and she asked her brother, who is a genius level programmer, and then he agreed to help her on the condition that she sing in his band. He has an absolutely terrible band, but no, that's not true. The brother, so she has two brothers. The two brothers are in the band, both really, really good musicians, but they needed a singer. So the one is an amazing guitarist, the other is a drummer, and so they wanted a singer. And so Mrs. Weather became a singer. And then Mrs. Weather dragged in another friend of hers, who's another great musician who plays steel drums. And so every day from like 3 to 4 in the dining room, Mrs. Weather is, in there belting out tunes. Not the best singer in the world. I love her to death, but there's some some skills she lacks, but that doesn't stop her from singing. You know, like Chirpy said yesterday, sing even if everyone can hear you. So, long story short, her brother Goho decided that, you know what, let's get you even more practice. And so he sent us a PlayStation and a copy of Rock Band or Rockstar, whatever it is. And we ended up last night, like the whole family, just rocking out in our living room, you know, trying to outdo each other with singing songs. And I discovered I do a pretty damn good version of the, what is it? Suddenly the name is the Four Non Blondes. What's going on? Yeah. So anyway, okay. So that's enough about that. But yeah, so our family is slowly being dragged into the music world. The girls both took piano for years. The younger one also took violin for quite a few years. But as far as singing goes, no singing skills whatsoever. My life should be a Broadway play. I'm thinking more of a science fiction extravaganza. It's fun to say, extravaganza. I want Michael Bay, or who did the Transformer movies? I think that was Michael Bay. I want the person who did the more recent Transformer movie, Bumblebee. I want him or her to do the movie, because that was actually really, really, really good. Rock opera, yeah. So I do some good Gin Blossoms. Miniweather, of course, is probably the best of all of us. I mean, if you want talent, that's the girl that has it all. Was it the girl with all the gifts? Hey, good morning, John Mark. Holly, I love to sing. Can't carry a tune in a suitcase. My vocal cords are shot, but that doesn't stop me. Excellent. Sing even though everyone can hear you. Oh, okay. So the totally change of topics here. So Kimberly Cheyenne says, can you tell me what's up with the citrus disease and what about ordering trees online? So there is a citrus canker that is sweeping the nation. And the big issue is if you get a citrus tree certified for one area, usually it's illegal to take it outside that area. Like right now in Houston, if you look at the different nurseries and the citrus trees for sale, they'll have a little tag that says you cannot take this out of such and such a zone because they don't want accidental spread of the citrus canker. So as far as ordering it online, I haven't looked into that, but I suspect there are issues there for the same thing, that they're not going to send, you know, like some citrus grown in Texas to Florida, because, you know, then suddenly you introduce the canker to Florida and so forth. Oh, no problem. This is something to be aware of. So there's a lot going on in the plant world right now. This is why, if you are traveling from anywhere else into California and they stop you at the border and want to make sure you have absolutely no fruits or vegetables with you, is because plant diseases develop in one area and then they get transported to another. And if that area, that new area, is a strong agricultural state, and suddenly all the broccoli in California is wiped out because someone brought their kale in and you know, smuggled it in, that's a problem. So that's basically what's going on with the citrus. Is right now there's this canker. It's basically, think of it as like lemon herpes that damages the fruit and the branches, and it's spreading quite viciously. And so I don't know all the details. So this again is going to be a swag, a scientific wild ass guess. But the lemon herpes, basically, there are a bunch of varieties, and they have some ways of inoculating like the local trees against it, against the local version. But then if a new version comes in, all bets are off and it starts over again. So, but yeah, no, it's not. It's a viral infection, so neem doesn't really do anything for it. Sorry, my for some reason, mosquitoes really like my ankles. I really need to do that. Okay. Yeah. So right now it's really hard to get a citrus except for a local nursery, and then they usually only have uh, a very specific range where you are allowed to plant it. Oh, zombie. Yeah. Let me throw this up here. Just sweet Adeline. Oh, wow. Kelly, I will tell you, Mini Weather does a great zombie. Amazing. The young girl, the ballet one, our 14-year-old, she refuses to sing. Good morning, Dion. Good morning, Donna. But those of you who remember way back at the donut shop at the end of the world, when I did the time warp and my death metal voice thing. Yes, garlic definitely repleces mosquitoes. I found that it also repels Mrs. Weather. So I'm willing to take a few bites if it means I get a few bites. But anyway, the other thing I found is almonds. There are compounds in almonds that help keep mosquitoes away. I'm kind of hoping Chirpy will eat more mosquitoes. I don't know if mockingbirds eat mosquitoes. I'm kind of thinking not. Hey, good morning, Joe. Thanks for coming. Talk, it's my life. Mm-hmm. Oh, so completely unrelated. Wow, man. All right. So here we are on Facebook and YouTube. I've discovered that with StreamYard, I can actually stream these videos to the Foraging Texas website. So, it'd be just a window there. The thing I'm trying to figure out is if people can still comment and if I can see the comments and things like that. But we'll see. But I might drag you all kicking and screaming again over to Foraging Texas just so people kind of go to that website. Oh, hey. No, Phantom of the Opera, probably one of the best musical operas ever made. Every song in that play is absolutely amazing. However, do not ever, under any circumstances, watch the sequel he wrote, The Love Never Dies, because it is absolutely horrific. Just absolutely terrible. Just stick, it's like anything after they rescue basically they rescue Han from the Sarlacc pit. That's where Star Wars ends. There are no other movies until you get to the show The Mandalorian. But yeah, there's some things they never should have made a sequel to. Matrix. The Love Never Dies, the sequel to Phantom of the Opera that was it Frank Lloyd Webber or whatever his name is did. Oh, talk about wanting 2.5 hours of my life back. Hey, good morning, Henry. Hey, Charles. But yeah, the Phantom of the Opera. I got that on my iTunes, and that was the first? Yeah, for Mrs. Weather and I's first anniversary, we went and I took her to go see Phantom of the Opera, and it was amazing, just absolutely amazing. And the most recent okay. I'm not familiar with this version. So wait, you're telling me like Gene Simmons or someone was in Phantom of the Opera? Because that would be hell yeah, I'd want to see that. As opposed to Kiss Meets the Phantom, that extremely terrible movie back in the 70s. Oh, okay, all right, wait. Here, I gotta put this up. Kimberlyn, I have never seen Titanic. I've never ever watched it. I refuse to watch it. So Titanic and Dirty Dancing are two of these movies that I refuse to watch. So I don't know. And of course, my wife loves both. So be it. Yeah, Andrew Lloyd Webber. That was it. Why was I thinking? Oh, I was thinking Frank Lloyd Wright, the architect. Okay, yeah, maybe. So, like I said, The Mandalorian, yes, absolutely fantastic. A perfect receiver of the crown that is Star Wars, but the pre trilogy and the post trilogy, oh Lord, talk about bad movies. Okay, yeah, get back to Charles. So it's either Peter Criss, Paul Stanley, wow, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Ace Frehley. Okay, yeah, and it wasn't going to be Ace Frehley. I know that much. Kiss Me Stuff. I did rewatch it. It was on like I think I found it on YouTube of all places, and I watched it again. And even that, okay, when it first came out, I thought it was pretty cool, and then I saw it again, in like my early 20s. I thought, holy crap, Kiss, this sucks, because Kiss has always been one of my favorite bands. I've seen them live 3 times. But yeah, it was Ace Frehley was in the end, because I didn't think he was much of a singer. Okay, anyway, totally random. Here we go. Chris Holkett. Any suggestions of national parks near North Texas? Not a lot of national parks up there, but if you have not been to Cap Rock Canyon State Park, you should definitely check it out. It's pretty incredible. They got a huge canyon there. It's like the second biggest canyon in North America, and no one ever talks about it. It's not the Grand Canyon, but it's still humongous, and they got buffalo and bicycle trails and hiking trails and camping and all sorts of cool stuff like that. So check that off. Check that out. So the Cap Rock Canyon, it's up in North Texas there. Gerard Butler. Okay, yeah, Gerard Butler was never in Kiss. So okay, all right. So she caught me. So you won't be watching the 4th one next year. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe they can redeem 2 and 3, but I doubt it. I think it's probably been almost 2 years since I went to see a movie in the theater. The last one I saw in the theater was probably the second to the last Star Wars movies. Yeah, Melanie. So there's national parks, there's national forests, there's national grasslands. But yeah, I think you're right in that Big Bend is the only national park. But then there's the Sam Houston National Forest, the Davy Crockett National Forest, the Angelina National Forest, the LJB grassland or national grasslands, and a few other things like that. The whole federal parks system is really weird and really divided up strangely. Ooh, halfway up a wall one time and it got caught after dark. That would suck. Hey, good morning, Eric. Good morning, Terry. Endgame. Oh, was that the Avengers thing? I think that was. I don't know. Big Thicket is a state park. Wait, I think so there's the Big Thicket State Park, Big Thicket State Preserve, and Big Thicket National Preserve. It's a mishmash. I think the Big Thicket, at least part of it, is a national preserve, but I'm not sure. But then they also allow hunting in parts of it, so which would actually imply then that it is a national wildlife management area. Oh yeah. Guadalupe Mountains, of course. Thank you. I still have to get out there. We need to go out there, Nick. What time is it? Okay, good. Yeah, I need to get out, like the observatory and stuff out there. I've heard really good things about that. Okay, Guadalupe Mountains National Park. So there are 2, but they're both out in West Texas. Thank you. I always forget about the Guadalupe Mountains because I've never been there. And I've been doing some stuff to improve the mobile man caveness of my Forerunner. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Dad's here. Everyone say hi to my dad, Jim Forderbruggen. Hey, Dad. Love you. Love Mom. Is Mom watching too? Everyone's praying for you, Mom. We all love you. Sorry about not sending you a Mother's Day card. So, oops, wrong one. Well, Terry says hi, Dad. I'm gonna put this up there. Okay, open air camping. Oh no, okay. I wasn't sure if you were like stuck clinging to a cliff face or something. That would suck. But if you're just rolling out your bag under the stars, that's awesome. Highly love that. But a Tatanka Stampede. What is that? The buffalo, the bison? I'm not sure what a Tatanka is. When I see Tonka, I think of this cool truck I had as a kid. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Everyone's saying hi to you. What else is going on? Yeah, Caprock Canyon. I need to get out there again. I need to get out to Davis Mountains. I need to get out. I need to get in my vehicle and just drive somewhere. And then when there's no cell phone service, I need to get out and start walking until I can see the Milky Way and go, okay, this is where I'm staying for the next 3 days. So I'm thinking it's going to be harder and harder. We're actually getting close now. Supposedly, the manufacturer said I can't remember now if they're doing the immune pill or the brain pill first. I think it's the immune. Yeah. The immune pill will be manufactured on July 7th. So that's coming up. And then after that, it's going to be shipped off and for sale and everything. And away you go. Can you see the Milky Way at Caprock? Yes. Oops, let me put this up here. Yes, you can see it, assuming there's no moon in the sky. So the moon is awfully bright when everything else is not. So once the moon is away, then yes. Yeah, West Texas is absolutely fantastic for stargazing. Yeah, it seems like the immune pill might be here just in time. We were afraid that it would keep getting delayed, but it looks like it has been delayed, but it looks like it's 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 3 weeks out, and then it needs to be shipped to Amazon and to us, and probably by the end of July, hopefully, oh please God, it'll be for sale. Wrong pipe. Okay. Now the Marfa lights. I was lucky enough the last time I was out in West Texas, I was able to see the Marfa lights. It was the freakiest thing ever because it really is bizarre once you see these lights moving around and then they split and other lights come in, and there's all these stories, and they have this new watch stand, like a roadside rest area. It's really nice where you can sit and have telescopes and all this stuff. And they have lists of all the different explanations of different theories of what these lights may be, and then also why it's probably not that. So it's really cool that way. Oh, okay, here's a good question. If you had to pick your first park with little kids, where? Okay, part of it depends on how far are you willing to drive. In the Houston area, if you're willing to go up to the Martin Dies Jr. Park up in kind of East Texas, or out towards Cato Mounds. Oh, shoot. Can't remember it. I guess, yeah, the Martin Dies Jr. It has water, it has trails, it's big, it's not that used. So Martin Dies Jr. is a really good one. A lot of good mushroom. You can't pick the mushrooms, but a lot of good diverse plant life there that you're not allowed to pick. but a really beautiful park, the Martin Dies Jr. Park, especially if you have canoes or kayaks, and I think they have ones you can rent there, but the water in the lake there is really nice too. Ooh, yeah, Glen Rose Dinosaur Park. I have yet to be there. Let's see. Oh, okay, it is the Lakota word for bison. I was kind of guessing it was a bison. That would be impressive to see a Tatonka stampede. So those things are big. There was a bison farm outside our neighborhood growing up, and those things are just huge. People don't realize how big bison are. Oof. All right. Okay. Let me see. So according to Melanie, they actually have cabins you can rent. Cool. And you can rent kayaks, which is also cool. But I like it there. Man, why can't I remember the name of the one near Cato Mounds? It's really pretty. It's small, but it has some cool hills and topography and so forth. But I think overall, yeah. Oh, tell Ranger Amy I said hi if you see her. Yeah, Melanie, bison burgers. They're good. I want to get like a big Brontosaurus bison steak sometime and grill it just to see what it's like. But I don't have like the $300 to do that. For now, one place I would avoid taking your kids to, depending on how young they are. If they're like 12 and up, then okay. But the Galveston State Park, the beach there, it's nothing but sand and wind and rattlesnakes. So something to keep in mind. All right, I have not been to Bullard. I have. Is it Lockhart? I don't think it's Lockhart. I've only done a little bit on the Neches River, and it was nice, but probably not a great place for kids. I don't think it's Lockhart. I want to say it's another. Could it be Lockhart? No, because I drive by it on my way up to Cato Mounds every time I'm going up to Cato Mounds. Oh well, I stopped in once. It was really, really, really pretty. The one issue with it, at least for kids, is the camping areas are kind of small, and the woods are right up against it. So it's really easy for a kid to disappear into the woods, and that can be problems. Yep, Galveston State Park sucks. It's one of those things you do if you're masochistic, and just to say you've been to the Galveston. But like I said, it's sand, it's wind, it's rattlesnakes. Yes, John Mark, the Texas Parks and Wildlife app is excellent, and their Park Finder is really, really good. That lists all the different amenities available at the park. Really, really, really like that. Haven't been to Garner. I've heard the Palmetto State is kind of nice for a day trip, but camping there might be kind of eh. Tyler, I haven't been to Tyler. Wait, have I been to Tyler? No, I have not been to Tyler State Park. Yeah, it's people don't realize just how many rattlesnakes are on Galveston. We're not talking the copperheads. We're talking rattlesnakes. So something to keep in mind there. But yeah, I have the Texas State Parks app on my phone, and okay, now you because of the COVID and everything, you can't just drive to the park and show up and get in. You do need advanced reservations. No, not Nietzsche's Bluff Overlook. Isn't that in part of the Davy Crockett? Cattle Lake State Park. I haven't been there. Oh, just to throw this up. Charles, on which one has the snake? It is the Galveston State Park, Galveston Island State Park. Hello, Chirpy. Oops. It's funny because I used to get to state parks a lot, and now I don't. Another going to visit Arman Bayou, and was it Buffalo Bend State Park? Those are really good. Oh wow, you caught a pike there? Chirpy is always loud, but it flew off. It said something really loud and then flew off to the south. So I don't know if they're saying, hey, there's lots of bugs over here to eat or what. Ooh, the Garner sounds nice. Oops, there's good. But yeah. Oops. So just to say, Ingrid Melanie, she camps a lot. So she has a good review of a lot of the different parks and so forth. Yeah, Nietzsche's Bluff. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, the Nietzsche's Bluff is pretty. That's up on the kind of the western, northern end of Davy Crockett. Actually, I think it's near the Cato Mountains and all that again too. Oh, here's good stuff. If any of you or your folks are 60% or disabled vets, do you mean 60 years old or do you mean 60% disabled, Kelly? You're getting all state parks free. Cool. But yeah, I just need to get out. I need to get away. So usually I get a lot of people I know with private property that let me just crash on their property, you know, on their back 40 acres. Thank you, Tina. Is Tina here this morning? I don't know. Yeah, there's the thing about Arman Bayou. If you want to see alligators, that's where you go. Lots and lots and lots and lots of alligators. So you need to keep an eye on little dogs and little kids. Ooh, this sounds awesome. Was this part of the SCA, Ingrid? Melanie? I'll have to check out Garner. I'm not even sure where Garner State Park is. I'm picturing with like on a spit rotating the turkey. That would be awesome. Yeah. I just need to get out. I need to escape from things for a while between the stresses of medicine man and mom and but I can't really run away from that. Oh well. One step in front of the other. Keep going. I'll talk to Chirpy about it. Maybe Chirpy has some insight. Chirpy is a wise bird. Okay, 7:57. Chickasaw, Garner is extremely crowded. That's good to know. That's one thing. I don't want to be there with a bunch of people right on top of me. I went to a state park, 2 years ago just to escape for a weekend. And I admit, watching people with their hatchets chop wood was a combination of horrific scares and downright amusement. I find a lot of people don't know how to chop wood or make campfires. I need to do a class on that someday. Oh yeah, I can imagine. How big a turkey was it? I mean, did you do it on a spit over the fire, or how did you do that? I'm really curious. Because turkeys are not small. Oops, why is that not? There we go. But there's this really good book. I think it's by an Argentinian fellow called Cooking with Fire. And it's basically all sorts of not your normal camping recipes. This is like really amazing stuff cooked by a campfire, but not your camping stuff. It's more of your glamping, glamorous, really amazing type stuff. Yep. Terrible axe and knife skills. So this is a good question here. So I like, when I'm building the initial fire, I usually go with a log cabin. And then from there, depending on what I'm trying to do, am I trying to boil water? Am I just trying to stare at it? Am I trying to cook a steak? I will develop the bed of embers or whatever sort of fire I need that's appropriate for what I'm cooking. Because that's the other thing. A lot of people don't know how to cook over fire either. And there are different types of fires you want. Okay. Hope Dad, are you still here? Hopefully, Dad. Love you, Dad. Love you, Mom. Take care. Keep me in touch of what's going on. And so the tribe is all here for you. Otherwise, it is 8 a.m. I have a little bit of coffee I need to slam, and then I need to head off to my boss's place for the day. We've got a lot going on. So thank you, tribe. Remember, like Chirpy says, learn to fly. Find some different perspectives on things. You can't just stay on one level the whole time. All right. Adios until, don't forget, this evening, 8 o'clock, Chris Hamblin will be here talking about elephant management and the exciting world of elephants. So that should be really cool. So come back here tonight at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. To learn about elephants. Oh, also, we're coming close to the end of the fund drive. Again, if you donate, there's a link on Foraging Texas. You can donate. If you donate $10 or more, you go in the drawing for a copy of Idiot's Guide Foraging. Or if you already have Idiot's Guide Foraging, you will get 2 of the foraging bandanas. So please, like I said, I'm trying to upgrade my computers because the computers I have suck. So hopefully y'all can help me out there. All right. Really got to run now. I'm going to be late. Thank you all. See you in a few hours. Later. And end broadcast.